So I know that all of you are excited about the different AI tools. Hopefully, some of you have already been using some of the tools that we have already made available. But if you have not seen any of the AI tools, don't worry, we're going to be covering everything today. All right, so let's begin. Hello, good morning. My name is Joseph Montes, Channel Manager for VitalPBX. And let's talk about the different AI tools that we have included into VitalPBX. Don't worry, this webinar is also being recorded, so it'll be uploaded to our YouTube channel afterwards if you would like to review everything that we saw today. We have the chat available for you to ask us any questions, as well as the Q&A section if you would like to get a question set up there. At the end, we will also have a questions section during this webinar. All right, so with AI tools inside of VitalPBX, with AI being a prevalent subject nowadays, it's here to stay, so we must embrace it and see how we can benefit the most out of it. So how does AI help me with my VitalPBX installation? How can I make use of AI with VitalPBX to be able to make the most out of it and help me with my call flow, help me with my business using the different AI tools that we are including inside of VitalPBX? All right, so AI with VitalPBX will allow you to review your calls efficiently, will tend to calls, will allow you to configure your VitalPBX quickly, and will also allow you to add personalization into your VitalPBX installation. So instead of just showing you different slides with the different features, let's just jump in to the different tools that we have included inside of VitalPBX regarding AI. So the first thing that we're going to be looking at today is adding AI to your VitalPBX, fast and easy, or easy and fast. So for that, we will go to our VitalPBX installation, and there are two core add-ons that we must install to our VitalPBX installation. So those would be the AI assistants as well as the voice hub. So with these two add-ons installed, you will be able to make use of the different AI tools that we have available for VitalPBX. Once you have these two add-ons installed, this will unlock the AI assistance module or menu option inside of VitalPBX, and this will allow you to add the different API keys. These API keys come from OpenAI, and you can generate those keys to be able to integrate VitalPBX with OpenAI for their different GPT models. We try to make sure that we always have the latest models available, so you will be able to make use of the latest and smartest AI options. So you will be able to make use of that inside of VitalPBX. So with the API keys added, don't worry, the API key is blurred. So as you can see, I just give it a description and I enter the key. With this, we're able to add the OpenAI integration. Now that we have the key added, we can go over to AI tools and unlock the different AI tools that we have for VitalPBX. This will allow us to choose our API key. We can select our language. If we're focused on a specific language, we can set it to a specific language, or we can leave it to auto. So OpenAI can detect the language that's being spoken. Temperature is very important because it's how strict the AI analysis is, or the generative aspect of it, how strict it is to the different prompts we give it. In this case, This will allow us to enable three different features directly from here. The first one is voicemail transcription, then it's call recordings transcription, and then we have PBX assistant. As you can see, we have turned on all of these options. So let's begin with, whoops, it's to the other side, voicemail transcriptions. All right. So we will start by looking into how voicemail transcriptions work. This is very straightforward. So it's not rocket science, it's um, computer science. So whenever you have your extension, so I will open up this demo extension from a very famous singer. As you can see, I have added the email address to it. So by adding this email address and enabling voicemail and attaching voicemail, I am able to do the voicemail to email. That is a very basic feature that I'm sure that a lot of you already use. But when you have it this way, what this will allow you to do is, and you have the AI tools for voicemail transcription enabled, as you have already guessed, you will get an email like the following. So you will be able to see a new email template. So if you're used to the older templates for voicemail inside of VitalPBX, you might remember that we were limited to just text. So we didn't have that HTML option on it. But now you can see we can now have that HTML email. And as you can see, we not only receive our primary information, like who called us, how long was the call, and when they called us. You can also see a voicemail transcription section. This allows you to receive your voicemail, read it out. If you're not on a space that you can play back that audio. So, but you will also get that voicemail recording attached to the email as well. So this is very useful to give you a readout of your voicemail, so you will be able to get that directly to your email. So voicemail transcription, very straightforward. That email template can be modified under admin, system settings, and then email templates. And here on new voicemail email, you have our WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get editor. Then you can add the different variables that you already have available, but now you also get this VM transcription variable that you can add to this email. So as the typical VitalPBX philosophy of trying to allow you to customize different aspects of it graphically, you will be able to customize this email template to contain your voicemail transcription. Okay, so that is the first AI tool that we have available with the OpenAI integration. Next up, and this is a very interesting one, is call recording transcriptions. So we can now not only transcribe your voicemails, we can also transcribe your different call recordings. For this, the first step that we're doing to it, let me refresh the browser here, is by going to reports, then go to CDR reports and to your CDR. You will see here we have our different calls that we have on our system, but now you will see that we have an additional icon alongside it. So with this icon, this little robot icon, we can click on it. you will see it's transcribing. So as the message says, please be patient. So depending on how long the call was, is how long it's going to take for the conversation to be transcribed. So this will depend on the internet speed and your um, and the length of the call. So here you can see we have this transcription of the voice call, well, of the call. And you can see here that names are auto-populated if the participants say their name. In the case that the participants do not say their name, it's going to remain unknown. But you can see that the AI is also trained to identify the identity of who's speaking. So if I say, my name is Joseph, how can I help you? It'll identify that audio coming from my channel is Joseph. And if the other person on the other side tells me their name, it'll be able to identify that person. And as you can see, it arranges it in a nice timeline. And you can see here at the top the time frame for this particular line. So you can see here from second 16 to second 18, Vicky said this. So you will be able to see the transcription of your call. Now, this is not only it, seeing the transcription, seeing the uh, audio recording for the call recording. We have also added a button here at the bottom that says send call analysis by email. So if I do that, I add email, I can add multiple emails to this. Click on send. The call analysis report was sent successfully. So now you will receive an email like this. So the call analysis report not only includes the call timeline, as we saw on the web UI, but this also allows you to have a call summary. So instead of going through the whole conversation, um, the AI integration generates a summary of the call. So you will be able to briefly see what the call was about on before you go into the specifics. Through the timeline, you still get that call timeline. So you get access to the full transcript of the conversation. Then, very important for a lot of us is call sentiments. So the AI will perform an analysis on the conversation to see how positive, negative, or neutral the call was. So you will get an idea of how uh, positive the outcome was or how positive the conversation as a whole was compared to um, how negative or how neutral it was. You can see then also the issue type. So you will be able to perform uh, as an assessment on what was the main issue for this conversation. You have a call resolution, so you can see what the outcome was for this call. So you can see here that the customer questions about VitalPBX plans and pricing were answered. So I can see that this person did their job and answered the questions. We can see some keywords and topics of what was talked about. So maybe common words that were used around the conversation and specific topics or subjects that were discussed. And you can also get improvement suggestions. So um, you will be able to see what the AI thinks that you can improve based on the conversation. So in this case, agents should continue to provide prompt and clear information. So since it was quite a positive conversation, the AI just told me keep doing a good job. And you always get that call recording file attached to the email as well. So you're able to listen to the conversation as well. So this is a very nice new addition to the AI tools for VitalPBX. So you will be able to analyze it. One another neat thing about the call recording transcript is that if you have already transcribed it, there's no need to retranscribe it once again. So it's saved in um, storage. This way, you save up on credits. If you want to review a call that you have already transcribed, there's no need to do it twice. So if you remember, it took a little while before to transcribe this exact call, and now it has taken a lot less time. So with the call recording transcription, you now can analyze the different calls that you have on your system. And right now, it's being done on a call by call basis through the CDR, but some improvements or additional features to this can come in the future. So I'm just giving you a small hint there. Hopefully, my dev team that is also on this webinar today is not mad that I said that. All right. So that is call recording transcriptions, allowing you to transcribe your different calls that have been recorded inside of VitalPBX. Now, the next couple of features have been out for a little while, but I will review them again. And hopefully, a lot of you are already using these features, but they are part of the AI tools. So if you have not heard of them, let's take a look. First is the Voice Hub. So if you remember, when we were adding or installing the add-ons for the AI assistant, we also installed another add-on called Voice Hub. So these two add-ons work together. So you will need to have both of them to make use of the AI tools. And what this allows you to have is if we come back to the AI assistance, to the apps module here, we also get this Voice Hub. So I am going through the Voice Hub first prior to the AI assistance because you will need a voice for the AI assistant. So you will see it'll make sense in just a couple of minutes. But the Voice Hub allows you to connect with either OpenAI or Microsoft Azure for you to be able to use their AI trained voices for text to speech. In this case, I am using a Microsoft Azure connection by using an API key from Microsoft Azure. Don't worry, we have blog articles on how to generate these keys, and we also have a video on our YouTube channel going through the configuration of this as well. So you will be able to follow that to be able to generate these API keys to connect with Microsoft Azure's TTS option. And for the OpenAI, you use the same OpenAI API key that you generate from OpenAI. We also have a blog article for that as well. And with the connection being done, you can now create voice profiles. When you go to the voice profile, you choose the connector. So one of the connectors that we have created, in this case, I only have Microsoft Azure. In the case of Microsoft Azure, I need to choose a region, and then I can choose a language. In my personal opinion, when you are choosing the TTS voices, which one do I recommend? Either OpenAI or Microsoft. OpenAI is its best if your voice prompts or the primary language that you use is English. That is where it's going to excel. So I would recommend OpenAI if you're doing mostly or solely English. If you're doing more multilingual aspects, or you're using, or your primary language is not English, I would rather recommend Microsoft Azure, because as you can see, we have more options for different languages here. So you can see here that you can choose the different languages, the different languages that come available for Microsoft Azure. In this case, I have chosen Ava Multilingual for English United States, and this will allow me to generate text to speech. So, hello, everyone at the VitalPBX AI Tools webinar. So, this will also allow me to test out the voice so I can convert it.
Hello, everyone, at the VitalPBX AI Tools webinar.
And hopefully, everybody was able to hear that. So you can listen to the AI generated text to speech. If you want to make changes, let's say that you didn't like that voice and want to use a new one. Let's say I want a more UK sounding accent. I can change it here. Remember to update so the changes take effect, and I can come back and say, I have a UK accent now. And we'll convert that.
Hello, I have a UK accent now.
And hopefully you are able to listen back to that as well. Okay. So you can easily go through the different voices to find the one that suits your business better. But this is just the first part, because the Voice Hub allows you to get your voices, but now how do you use those voices? Okay, so the first use case for this voice is with the next module, the AI assistant. So the AI assistant will create a virtual assistant that will allow you to tend to those incoming calls. This is a module that will become a destination, so you can use it inside of your call flow. So here we have AI assistants by going to the AI assistants section and then module. And here I am able to create an AI assistant. Let me open up one that I have already created. So here you can see we have quite a bit of parameters that we can configure. So first we can give it a name, and let me just go through the ones that I think that are most important here, which is first the instructions. So the instructions are how you give your AI assistant its personality and its objective. So we suggest that you be as thorough as possible for you to be able to have the best results. So in this case, as you can see, we have a little lengthy set of instructions telling this AI assistant that their name is Vicky. They specialize in VitalPBX configurations. Their primary goal is to assist users with accuracy, clarity in matters related to VitalPBX configurations. And we go on and on. Telling it how to respond, how to be professional, maintaining a helpful tone. I also added to keep the responses in 80 words or less. Maybe I can do even less number of words. Telling them if a question is unclear or lacks specificity, ask for clarification to better address the user's needs. And then after answering a question, inquire if the user has any additional queries to ensure that their assistance has been successful. So, and I also tell it, so in case that they were not able to answer the question, they can transfer the call. So this is a very important part of the AI assistant, is that it not only uh, gives you responses back, but it can also route calls. So for this, we can add a final destination. So the destination when the AI assistant is not able to respond to the different questions that are asked to it, or the maximum number of interactions has been reached, because we do not want people coming into our AI assistant and asking them how to generate a list in JavaScript. Um, we want to make them specific. We want to make them for a specific task that we want to have inside of our call flow. So the final destination is um, any destination inside of VitalPBX where you would like to take the calls to. But we can also add the internal directory and choose between extensions, queues, and ring groups. So how do we use these? If we call to this AI assistant and tell them, hello, I would like to speak with Ella. And if the AI assistant sees inside of our extensions, we have an Ella, they will be able to transfer us. It is smart enough where if we have multiple Ellas inside of the extensions, it'll ask us which Ella are you trying to reach, and you tell them I'm trying to reach Ella Fitzgerald, and the AI assistant will be okay. I'm transferring you, and gets to transfer your call. So adding the ability to access that internal directory, it can be very powerful. So you can have that not only AI assistant, but an AI operator inside of your VitalPBX installation. So as you can see, we also are able to choose the different GPT models that have been released. I believe that the newest one of it, the newest available one at this moment is O1. So that will be coming in a future update to this, but that is a very, very recent release from OpenAI. So it'll just take us a second to add it to the list. And you can also choose the voice profile. So in this case, I have selected the voice profile that I created with Microsoft Azure. This is the voice that's going to be used for the prompts created back to me. All right. But another very important aspect for the AI assistance is that not only you can give it detailed sets of instructions, the AI assistants also allow you to attach documents to your AI assistant. So in this case, I have attached a document called VPBX AI. Let me see if I can open it, so you can see what I used here. All right. So this is the document that I am using. Based on our experience, we see that in FAQ format. So questions, answers, is what works best with a with the AI assistants. So we have generated a sample document quite a while ago on how to use for the AI assistant to use. Sorry. So we tell them about VitalPBX, where to install VitalPBX, some recommendations, so on and so forth. But as you can see, we give it specific questions so it can generate answers based on questions similar to this. So, for example, here we have what is not VitalPBX, and we have VitalPBX does not offer the following: trunk services, DIDs, and hosting at this moment. We have added this information, but it'll not only look for this specific question. So you can ask the AI assistant, does VitalPBX provide DIDs? It'll be able to generate an answer based on that. Do you guys have hosting? It'll say, hey, we do not have hosting, but you can install it on any VPS service provider. So you will be able to uh, have your questions not be so specific or as specific as you want them to get. But based on this information, the AI assistant is going to be able to generate a response. Once you have your AI assistant, it is always possible to test it out prior to adding it to your call flow. You have the ask a question here. So here I can ask, let's say, what is VitalPBX 1? Go ahead and ask it. You will see the progress bar moving on the top. So the response time for this will depend based on the GPT model you used. Sometimes smaller models are quite faster. So what this ask a question option or asking it directly via text will allow you to do is be able to test out the different models that are available for the AI
VitalPBX 1 is a
analysis.
new plan offered on a per extension basis. It allows users to access every commercial feature offered by VitalPBX for the number of extensions specified. Do you have any more questions about VitalPBX?
There you go. So there we have the question answered. Hopefully, you have been able to listen to that. You can go ahead and ask another question, but what is important here is that you get this assistant execution time. So this was the time that it took to generate the response, and this was then the text to speech execution time. So you can see this is actually a little bit big, so maybe I would like to change it to GPT-4o mini, for example, and maybe this will give me better results. I will go ahead and refresh, reload to apply my changes. And then I can go ahead and ask a question once again. Let's do the same one. I will go ahead and ask. But once again, as you can see, this would be the dynamic. I'm emphasizing a lot on the trial and error of using AI assistance because remember, AI, as advanced as it is, we always want to make sure it is as tuned as we want it to be so it can generate the best responses it can give us. So you will be able to generate those responses with accurate information. Once again, you can change the temperature, so how specific or how strict it is. So if I have a temperature of 1, it is more strict. If I have a temperature of 0, it'll be more creative with the generated responses. So you will be able to play out, try the different instructions that you would like to give the AI
VitalPBX 1 is an
assistant.
advanced, all in one communication solution
There you
that
go. So
combines
there we have a response. It was
voice.
actually a little bit slower, so I will go to 4.0 once again. That does give me a lot more accuracy. It's still a little bit slower, but um, it gives me more accurate results. Okay, so now that you have your AI assistant, you have it tested out, you can now add it as a destination to your call flow. In this case, I already have it on an inbound route directly. So I have it set up here on my inbound route. So you can see we can add it as an inbound destination. So we have our AI assistants and we have selected the assistant we created. Okay, so with that available, let's test it out. Let's see how we do with an actual demo. So I will call the number that I have on that route. So please call. Hello, how are you? So once again, based on your model is how fast it's going to be responding. Uh, there we go. Yes. Uh, can you tell me more about VitalPBX? Well, well, it's being a little bit sassy at the moment. You can never have a live demo. Um, you can never have a live demo without any issues like that. Um, Always test it before doing it live. It works, and then do it live. It likes to act up a little bit, but you're able to play around with the AI assistant, and you will be able to have different responses to your queries based on the instructions and the attached files, which will also allow you to have that internal directory for routing of the different calls. Okay, so that is the AI assistant. Since we already have that voice hub available, we can also make use of the ability of using those TTS for with the AI trained voices. So um, as you could see with the different voice prompts that we heard through that call, those voice prompts also had the same voice profile that we used for the AI assistant, making it a little bit more cohesive. So here we're able to add those, but the way that I created them was not by generating them on a separate application. You can generate them directly through the um, through your VitalPBX installation. So for that, we are able to go to settings, voice prompts, and then recordings management. Here you can see I have those three recordings, and as you can see, they have a Microsoft um, string to their name .mp3. So these recordings, since I already have the Voice Hub um, add-on module installed with a voice connector, I am now able to use this audio from text button in the bottom left-hand corner. So here I can add an AI greeting, for example. Well, thank you for calling VitalPBX. I can then convert it. It has now been converted. We have the AI greeting, and this file has been created. I can play it back,
Hello. Thank you for calling VitalPBX.
and I am able to listen to that recording. You can also download it as any other sound file inside of there. And uh, let's say I did not like this recording. I want to change it. We have this robot icon available under our actions column. I click on it. I see the prompt that was being used, and I can do something like that. I just edit it, click convert once again, and then I can click play,
Hello. Thank you for
and it
calling the
will play the
amazing
different
VitalPBX.
um, sound file that it has generated. Let's say do not like it, I can then create more um, audio from text. So you can make use of that same voice hub to generate your different voice prompts for your IVRs, for your greetings, for your announcements, all using a cohesive voice, allowing you to have that personalized audio inside of your VitalPBX installation, very easily generating everything directly from your VitalPBX installation. Okay, so I've been reading the chat. Don't worry, I have been paying attention. So one of the common um let's call them comments of using the regular type of AI assistant where you ask a question, it generates a response, and then it plays back, is that it can be a little bit too slow, and that is a fair point. That's why we mitigate a little bit with the wait messages, inaudible messages, playing around with the max silence, or playing around with the different models um, available. But um, uh, OpenAI released another feature that allows you to uh, stream directly um, uh, with their GPT models. So you can ask them questions directly. So for that, we are doing the first step towards that with the conversational AI module. This conversational AI module, we're going to have a separate video, a separate webinar on how it is configured. But today, um, I would just like to um, uh, do a demo on how it works. Uh, it's very simple, but this is using Twilio at the moment as the provider um, for that channel connection with the for that channel connection with the OpenAI stream. So once you have it created, you have this webhook URL that you can use with Twilio. Once again, we're going to have a more technical video or technical webinar showing all of the steps that are needed for this um, in the future. So stay tuned to our YouTube channel and to our different communication channels, such as our newsletter, social media, for when that comes up. But what this allows you to do is have that direct communication with the AI model. So we can have something like this. So I can come back to my extension here, and I have another number configured for this. So do 954. And then let's send it. Hello, how are you? Unless my microphone is acting up. Let me just check my microphone audio here. Let's do that once more. Hello, how are you? Okay, that's just part of the prompt. Yeah, yeah. Just tell me the. Okay, give me 1 second. I think it's listening to the yes. Hi, can you tell me about the AI features inside of VitalPBX? This time I actually muted my microphone. Okay, I'm seeing on the chat you cannot hear the audio. Let me try and do this. Reset it. I'm connecting remotely to a Windows desktop. Let me see if you can hear it now. I'll do a simple. Tell me, can you hear it now?
03.
Okay, now it's available. Okay, perfect. That's great. Let me redo that. Maybe on the edit of the video we can ignore that. So let's do that call once again. Well, has to be um
0. Please wait while we connect your call. Okay, you can start talking.
hello, how are you?
Thank you.
Okay, so
149
can you
in the
hear that
IT
now?
Expo. How can I assist you with Vital PBX?
I would like to know more about the AI features inside of VitalPBX.
Are some of the latest AI features. Here are
Okay, so if you can hear it now, you can hear that
transcription.
it's
This
way
converts
faster.
voicemail. OpenAI speech recognition. Listening messages. 2. Call to message.
The only downside to this right now is
Feature provides
you cannot
transcription
interrupt it. That is something that can be modified in the
insights
future
into
as it
customer
becomes available.
behavior. An AI agent, real-time AI.
Okay, so I'm gonna hang that up. But as you can see, quite fast, natural speech. So that is conversational AI. So you'll be able to test that out. Um, you will be able to use that with your call flow to a specific number to have that trained voice for, or well, trained assistant for it. And as you can see, it's as easy as doing a very detailed assistance instruction. So try to be as detailed as possible with it. Since this one does not allow you to upload your attachments, you will be needing to have very detailed assistance instructions. So I have personally played around um, with OpenAI and its GPT models on my spare time, and you can be very thorough with your instructions. So you can have paragraphs of information, um, trying to be as specific. You can even sneak in different specific questions directly through the prompt or the assistant instructions. So you can add a lot of information inside of the instructions themselves. But right now, I would like to emphasize once again that this module right now it's working with Twilio directly, using them as a gateway or a bridge uh, to the OpenAI stream. We have tried it out, doing it locally on the same server running on that where VitalPBX is running on. So you will be able to test that out. I see on the chat that you cannot hear me. Can you confirm? Okay, no problem. Perfect. Yeah. So as I was saying, we have tested out using this on the um, directly on the server where VitalPBX is installed, but you would need a very, very powerful server if you would like to make use of this. So that's why we're living it out at the moment. It's currently on the back burner. It's not impossible that we will not make that option available. But right now, using Twilio as that bridge for you connecting directly with with the stream from OpenAI through the webhook, um, makes it very fast, as you can see here. All right. So this is the conversational AI module. Okay, so we're almost there. Don't worry, we're almost there. So let's now take a look into the next AI tool, the AI helper. So this AI helper, you have been seeing it throughout the whole webinar today. Don't worry, we're almost done. And this helper, I like it a lot, but it's also going to be leaving me out of a job. Just kidding. But it is a very nice tool to have for you to be able to um, um, learn about certain configuration processes inside of VitalPBX. So as you can see here, we have this robot icon at the top. If you do not remember, when we went to the AI tools, we enabled the PBX assistant. So with this, I can go ahead and ask it, how do I configure an extension in VitalPBX? Give it a little second to think. And there you go. So my little robot is telling me to access the extensions module. So I will do that. So it even tells me where it is. PBX extensions. In the general configurations, enter an extension number, add a name, select a class of service. For email, caller ID, I can add an email address. For notifications and voicemail to email features, I can configure the internal, external, and emergency caller IDs if I need it. Device configuration, choose technology. PJZip is recommended as zip is deprecated. Yeah, PJZip is the only option. Enter a user device and password for registration. A random password is generated by default. Add a description. Then I optionally have advanced settings. For a more detailed guide, you can refer to the VitalPBX documentation, which is our wiki, or we can watch the instructional videos on our official YouTube channel. Let's ask another question. How do I create a trunk, let's say, for example. Well, let's make it shorter. Let's say a route from the DAD 305. Let's do this to my extension. And as you can see, this is the PBX assistant allowing you to ask the different questions on configurations. Well, there it spasmed a little bit, but you get the idea of you do not need to remember every single way to configure VitalPBX. We not only now have the useful tooltips um, for every field, you can now also ask your questions to the PBX assistant or a little robot here. And with that, we have covered every AI tool that we have available, but there is more to come. We are working on adding more AI tools, refine the AI tools we have. So, AI is evolving constantly, but we're also adding very soon a AI report analysis with Sonata Stats. So for our call center users, you will be able to specify a prompt for the different reports inside of Sonata Stats to generate an analysis. Was planning on doing a demo, but unfortunately, we still have not released the package um, on usable uh, way at the moment. But on this first quarter, this is the next step for the AI abilities for VitalPBX. In this case, with Sonata Stats, allowing you to generate an AI analysis of the different reports that we have available. So you will be able to prompt the GPT model of your choice to generate an analysis of the different reports you have there, and you can export them as PDF. You will also be able to send them to a specific email address. So we will have a more detailed video on our YouTube channel. So once again, that is our YouTube channel, youtube.com/at VitalPBX for more information about this when it comes out. So stay tuned to our different communication channels. All right. So with all of that said, let's tackle about 20 minutes of questions. All right. Let me start by going through the different Q&A questions that we have here. Is VM transcription real time, or does it replay a wave to the AI to get the transcription after the call? It needs to already be recorded for it to get the transcription. It is not real time. So once the voicemail is recorded, it is then processed for transcription. Can we add our optional key to the main tenant and then our subtenants can use it? Or must make a new key for every tenant? You would need to configure a key on every tenant, but you can use the same key over and over if you would like to do that. But the OpenAI integration is multi-tenant capable, so each tenant can have their own OpenAI subscription to generate their keys separately. Call recording transcription, is the recording in stereo? Is that how it knows who's who in the recording based on the left right channel? If it's mono, how good is it at detecting speaker? if noisy background, over speaking, etc. It is very good at detecting it. It is mono. It is a mono channel. It's already mixed channel. So you're able to you're able to have that conversation between two people. It'll detect who's speaking at a given time. You can maybe give it a little bit of a hard time if both people are speaking at the same time, but um, you're able to to have that be smartly detected. I have quite a few customers asking for voicemail to text message. Any chance in the pipeline going forward? That is a very interesting one, Mr. Lombardi. Very interesting question. I will write that down. Since we already have the SMS integration inside of VitalPBX, maybe we can leverage that. But at the moment, it wasn't on our back burner, so or a backlog. And but I will speak with the dev team to see what can be done about that. What happens if someone asks if they're talking to a bot? They will be depending on the instructions that you give to your AI assistant. If you tell it um, to respond in a certain manner, if they are asked if they're a bot, they can respond that way. You can tell it, please always say that you're a human, but humans like us are quite capable of distinguishing between an AI um, person speaking from uh, a real person, and the AI assistant could also interpret that the person wants to talk with a human, and the AI assistant can perfectly transfer somebody to a human. Do the AI assistant documents have to conform to a specific layout format? Its headers for the question and body text. It's not tied down to a specific format, uh, but by formatting it in a certain way, you could achieve better results. Because remember, um, the AI assistant is still a machine, so it needs to read everything as a single line. But formatting it, giving it space, having a question before an answer, having a specific instruction before the operation or how it's supposed to perform a task or answer a question or answer um, or access specific information, that all can help out. So if you do some stuff like lists, bullet points, numbered lists, do an FAQ format with questions and then answers, all of those can help the AI assistant understand everything better. Will the toggle to transcribe recordings also be available on Sonata recordings, since that's where customers actually check the recordings? That's a very good question. I'm telling you, more is to come. So more more features are expected. So I am not compromising the development team because we have spoken that a lot of these features will also be added to the Sonata. I already mentioned the Sonata stats, showed you an image. So please, team, do not get mad at me. You mentioned about the AI temperature earlier. Could you explain a little bit more, please? Is this how strict the AI follows your instructions? Yes, that is exactly it. So, based on the instructions that you give it, you will have certain temperature. So, how close it follows that set of instructions and the documentation that you give it, or versus how creative it gets with it. Recordings management doesn't use MP3, not required transcoding, which adds overhead. Um, it's not real-time transcoding. It is VitalPBX converting the file to the appropriate format for asterisk. Is it possible to use AI to send information to API REST? Not at the moment. That could be something that we can consider. Um, consider in the future to give it like an instruction set to be able to pull out information from a database or push information to a database. Maybe in the future, as it gets smarter and as we get more options available from OpenAI as well. It is not possible at the moment, though. Can we use AI in Vitsi? So at this moment, there is no AI integration uh, with Vitsi. We're working on something, but that is a little bit more far away. But and there I wouldn't want to compromise the developers. Okay. Is the AI assistant generally available to extension users or only admins? So the AI assistant uh, is a destination, so you can have it be used with a custom application, custom um, custom destination. Um, you can use it on an IVR anywhere that users can call to. They will be able to answer that. Do you have any plan to add voice provider? What is 11 Labs, voice AI, or the other providers? 11 Labs is interesting. I will also write that down because I have used 11 Labs personally. But I haven't um talked about it to the to the development team. Let me write that down so I can mention that to them. All right. Are AI assistants more effective at understanding and responding to different accents and dialects? Yeah. OpenAI has shown us that they are able to understand those different accents and dialects as they support multiple languages. I believe that the more languages that they add, the better it gets to the accent distinction. Does conversational AI use a channel license, or is it uh, one-to-one peer, or does it use like a conf bridge? I read something on your website about Whisper. Is that like a chance bite? So the Whisper aspect of it is more associated to the AI assistant, where we use Whisper to transcribe your audio to text and then generate a response based on that text. And then that response gets the TTS treatment. So that's how you use it. In this case, we're using Twilio's service to do the bridge between the OpenAI stream with VitalPBX, your voice, and connect it that way. We will add more providers in the future as well. Mr. Candela, nice seeing you here today. Hope you have a great one. Right, so those are all the questions on the Q&A. Sorry if I missed any question on the chat. I do not want to take more of your time. Do you plan AI agent for outbound? Not at this moment. Um, yeah, not at this moment. We do not have the AI agent option. Maybe you can use the broadcast campaign with the Sonata dialer and then IVR and have them press one to speak with an AI agent, and that's one way to reach it on a outbound perspective, but not at this moment. Is the session recorded? Yes, we are recording today's webinar, so we are able to have that. So all of this is being recorded. Let's see. Any other questions? If not, this would be it for today. So I hope that you have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, and have a great one.